Soldier Boy, tell me. Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy Soldier Boy. I got a new dance for y'all. It's called Hit 'em with the Draco. Hey, 50 Cent, what you talking about? You made all that money off vitamin water, then filed for bankruptcy. You know I'm not Chris Brown now when I see him. Soldiers, hit 'em with the Draco. Hit 'em with the Draco.
Bow.
Big soldier, hit 'em with the Draco.
Bow.
Hit 'em with the Draco.
Bow. Bow.
Hit 'em with the Draco. Hit 'em with the Draco. Hit 'em with the Draco. Hit 'em with the Draco.
You gotta do that work my gun earlier.
All right, that's enough.
Big Soldier got that real Draco though. Shouts out to Westside Gun. Shouts out to Nick Grant. My first Draco and all that. Big Soldier got that real Draco. The new king of New York. The new king of New York.
Nah, he ain't the king.
He the king of New York. Ain't nobody else. He been in their city 4 days straight.
King of the Toronto, but nah.
And Toronto. New York. New York.
Well,
who's holding down New York right now? Besides the Joe Budden podcast, Deezus and Mero, who's holding down New York right now?
Oh, Cardi.
Okay, that's it. Who else?
Well, it depends on how you feel about ASAP and French.
They ain't them though.
Nah, Soldier ain't doing it. You're not after 4 days.
After 4 days, he took over. He gave us a classic interview yesterday. Today, he went on Everyday Struggle, got their ratings up.
Is that really the bar right now for New York hip hop? Like,
absolutely, because there's nothing else in New York.
Yeah,
except for Griselda. Let me take that back. Griselda as well. So we got four different things.
Are we talking New York the state or New York the city?
Fuck it, let's just do the state.
Okay, then yeah, it's Griselda.
Because I'm like, because if we just section it off, then it gets lower because the Joe Budden podcast, even though they record in Queens, one of them is from Jersey.
Yeah, the main guy is from Jersey. Yeah.
Right. So it's like if we section it off that way, then damn, they only holding it down because of the Bronx.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, at that point it would still be Fat Joe as the king of New York.
Exactly.
I mean Hove, but Hove is so
he live out here now.
Yeah, but he still run the town.
That's true. We had a song for
it. Dame?
You said who?
Dame?
He live in Malibu.
Yeah, true.
So everybody leaving. That's what I'm saying. All they former kings or everybody was holding it down, they live out here. I believe Biggs live out here as well.
Well, I mean, it's also just, the weather is nicer. There's also this statistic or this study that shows more people who move are like, so they studied people who move from LA to New York and New York to LA. More people who move from LA to New York move back than New York to LA.
That's true. They got damn cold.
Yeah. You can make fun of us and call us, whatever. Like, I was at the job and in one office, this young lady who's from another part of the country, she was like, yeah, it was people, coming in with no jacket. I came in with no jacket. This one, it wasn't raining. It was just cold. She was like, I came in with no jacket, and I see everyone else like with jacket up, beanie, gloves. She was like, LA people are pussies. I was like, shit, yeah, we are. We ain't got shit to prove. The beach right there.
Right.
Like, well, I ain't got to prove I'm tough in the cold. The cold?
No.
Nah.
I used to hear that dumbass saying, like, you get used to the cold. Who the fuck get used to the cold?
No. The freezing temperature doesn't change the more you the more you live in the cold. That don't even make no sense. Physics don't change like that. Chemistry don't change like that.
Cold is cold, motherfucker.
Yeah. The freezing point, that would be like saying you get used to the heat if you live in the desert. No, the same temperature that would give you heat stroke if you lived in Minnesota gives you the same temperature heat stroke if you lived in Arizona.
Right. So, we don't do the cold.
Nah.
As a culture, as a people, we don't do the cold. That's scientifically proven, and I'm here to say that's one of the few stereotypes I vouch for. We don't fuck with no cold.
The top of Africa is the desert. I don't think that's like recognized enough. Like that's how much we don't fuck with the cold. The top of Africa is a desert.
Right.
The top of every other continent, except for Australia, is ice. Ice. We the only one. Well, South America too, because you know our Latino folk and our indigenous folk also don't really rock with that cold life
At all.
Yeah.
It's why Cuban weather.
Yeah. That's why we got that melanin. Nah.
This hair ain't built for that, my brother. This hair ain't built for that cold.
Nah, not built. Anyway, speaking of built, let's talk about Big Draco.
Oh, we gotta do the introduction to the episode. Episode 24.
Yeah, let's call it that. We have the best part about this whole podcast is we have no idea what episode we're on. So whatever we say, that may not be right.
I had to actually look it up because I was like, damn, we on episode 24, right? Like even I was gonna fuck it up. I was like, nah, let me get this right.
The best part about that is like I'm really glad we do some banter before we say stuff, because otherwise, if we just said, yeah, welcome to episode 24, people would be like, oh shit, it's a repeat.
No, ain't no repeats. We going forward.
Yeah. One of the things I heard is, you know, when you burnt as many bridges as we have, only place you can go is forward. Because we have insulted a lot of people.
Have we?
We really have.
Name them.
It'd be faster to name who we haven't. The main people we haven't insulted is Cardi B, Beyonce and Jay, Jesus and Meryl, Bomani.
Any black wrestler.
Any black wrestler, yeah. We haven't insulted any black wrestler, and
Wait. I have.
yeah. Well, not on
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's keep the streak going on since I did. Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever insulted Tommaso Ciampa. That might be the lone white person we haven't insulted.
No, we haven't insulted Johnny Gargano.
That's true. Okay.
Let's just say the people on NXT, we really don't bother.
Yeah, we don't bother. We don't bother.
Lit.
And Finn Balor. We've never insulted Finn Balor.
No, there's no point.
Yeah. So
like all the indie dudes, let's just say this: the indie dudes, any of the indie dudes, we really not gonna, you know. And that's not to pick on the people that didn't go indie, but you know, it just seemed like, oh, we understand the indie guys a little bit more, I guess.
And just in case y'all wondering, yes, the Samoan wrestlers do count as black wrestlers.
Absolutely. And why would you assault a Samoan wrestler when they are up there with the lucha wrestlers and the European wrestlers as some of the best?
Yes. And
I was thinking about that. Go ahead, my fault, and then I'll say what I was about to say.
You just don't want smoke with Samoans.
No,
Tongans, nah.
Anybody from an island.
None of the Polynesians.
Let's just say anybody from an island as well. Even if we're not talking about the Polynesian, nah, anybody from any island. Haitian, Jamaican, nobody from an island.
True. Dominicans, Cubans, yeah.
Oh, especially Dominicans. that might be number one. Or that's 1-3. I mean 1A, 1B, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's true.
I was thinking about that actually yesterday, and that's what I was about to say. So I was watching that Nigel McGuinness documentary that's on the WWE network. And that's when I text you about the whole Desmond Wolf thing. I swear I didn't know. It's been 10 years, and I didn't know that was Nigel McGuinness until yesterday. The whole time I'm like, yo, he glowed up, I guess. He got his hair done, and that's the outcome. Like, oh damn, that was him the whole time.
Yeah. When you get that bag and you get that, you know, the face and the hair, the head right, it changed who you are completely.
And looking at it, I'm like, okay, he just had his head shaved. That was it. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's what he spent that money on. If anybody hasn't watched that documentary, I strongly advise you watch it, because I didn't realize he was that good. First of all, I didn't even know he was a wrestler until I was watching NXT TakeOver UK, which we got to talk about as well.
I still haven't seen it.
Woo, boy.
I heard it was good.
Boy, Vince better thank Triple H. Everybody better thank Triple H. That's all I can say. I say it often. I'm going to keep saying it every chance I get. Thank you, Triple H. Boy, if it wasn't for him, not even just WWE would be bad or not even right now. I don't think pro wrestling would be where it is right now if it wasn't for him. And I could clarify as to why that is. Because Florida Championship Wrestling had all the indie guys start coming in. And then when they really put NXT on and he started recruiting, like he was down Coach Calipari, he really started picking up all the indie guys. Nobody gonna sit up here and tell me New Japan wasn't paying attention to that. Like ROH was that was an outlet for anybody that was like on a small indie platform to go to an indie platform that had a little bit of TV ratings to it because a lot of people were on NXT going back and forth and they allowed that freedom just like they do now from ROH to New Japan and now Elite. So,
well, Triple H is the dude. Like, there's like, okay, so I'll compare this to basketball. Me and you basically watch the NBA only.
I watch college as well.
Okay, you watch college. Well, Triple H was a fan. Not only is he watching the NBA, not only is he watching college, but he watching D1, D2, D3, high school, the Pro-Am leagues. He watching this, he watching what's going down on Venice Beach. There is nothing that misses him. Like, every time we hear about, a dope indie dude, all of a sudden they show up in the NXT crowd. Like, Keith Lee and Matt Riddle start making a name for themselves. All of a sudden, they out there. At the Mae Young Classic, they were like, sign Mia Yim, sign Lacey Lane. And he was like, all right, I'll do that.
Right. Like, we just advise you to do it. And I mean, Mia's working a lot now because she's been on the indies for years. So, and then they just got Lacey in the development, and then she on NXT every now and then, which is cool. So his whole development system is fire too. It's like, if you ain't really ready to go, like if you ain't ready, nah, go ahead. You still gonna be on payroll, be signed to NXT. You just gotta work a little bit, and you probably gonna do a lot of house shows before you get on TV, and then you got to be in the development a little bit longer. Then you get on TV, and then we get you a storyline.
Yeah, well, and this is what's fascinating about the main roster, because I think we both are in agreement that Raw and SmackDown were both good this week. Usually, it's just SmackDown that's pretty good,
right?
But both Raw and SmackDown were good.
They were great. That caught me off guard. Like, I think I was talking to you, and I text you like late at night on Monday. I was like, yo, someone was like, hey, you should watch Raw. And I saw Bobby Lashley won, and I saw all the other matches or what was going on in the 7 so Raw. I'm like, yo, I'm going to have to watch Raw tonight.
Yeah. And the thing that really caught me off guard was like, that's the thing that caught me off guard was like, oh, shit. Because, Strowman, unfortunately, his elbow's still messed up. He can't wrestle like that.
They knew, though.
They did.
They burying that dude, man.
They might be.
They're burying him. If you get your ass beat at Crown Royal. Wait, is that the right name?
Now they're calling it just the World Cup.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why they're not calling it Crown Royal. They figured it out. Oh, this is what the niggas drink. The old niggas drink. We can't call it that no more.
Yeah, that's what Booker T in there off of half the time.
Yeah, we can't call it this.
He off that purple bag.
Why is Darren Collison shaking up with somebody from BMF?
I don't know.
Let's
stay on topic.
Yeah, because I'm watching the Philly Indy game that just ended. And, yeah, he just shook up with somebody from BMF, and he did a GD handshake. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. But, nah, it's what was I gonna say? Oh, nah, it's wild because yeah, when I was thinking about the Raw show when it was really good, they had to take Strowman off the show, which that makes sense. That was a good way to take him off the show. The surprising thing was instead of putting John Cena in, they put Finn Balor in, which we know Finn Balor is going to lose. And the unfortunate thing about the Finn Balor Brock Lesnar match is it's going to be similar to the Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar or AJ versus Brock Lesnar. Like Brock's going to get all his offense in early, and then eventually Finn Balor's going to get some offense in, and then Brock's going to catch him with an F5, and that's going to be it.
You know what? I'm actually going to go on a limb. I think Finn going to go over. And I usually be the first to say, oh, nobody's going over against Brock. I'll be quick to say, and have all the jokes. I think he actually going to go over.
I would like to see it. The only thing that worries me is, so who's winning the Royal Rumble?
That's a good question because I've been asking that for like a month now.
Because I really think it's Seth Rollins.
I was going to say it's going to be either Seth Rollins or Kevin Owens.
Is Kevin Owens coming back in the Rumble?
He keeps talking about he on his way back, like soon. He keeps saying soon, so I would guess that.
I just want. So, yes, some people said McIntyre, which I just don't see
I
it.
thought about that too.
I just don't see it. I see Seth Rollins. Who else? Who from SmackDown has a shot? Honestly,
AJ Styles.
Nah, isn't he fighting Daniel Bryan?
I know, but I'm still gonna say AJ Styles. I might jump back in. I think EC3 should win it.
That would be nice. I don't think he is though. I mean, Andrade would be nice too.
Oh yeah, that ain't fine.
Yeah, it's just not enough there.
Randy Orton.
Nah, not Randy Orton. Damn, I still want to see Kofi win.
No, you know what? On SmackDown, if I had my pick, Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa would be a good one.
I just don't want to see him go against Daniel Bryan, but I don't know who else could have the belt besides Daniel Bryan. Like AJ versus Mustafa Ali at WrestleMania, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think AJ winning. I think Daniel Bryan's going into Mania with the title. Or, it could be The Miz.
No, they're not going to do that. That would be great, but I don't think they're going to do
that. That's true. So
Seth Rollins, unfortunately.
Seth Rollins. No, I'm fine with Seth Rollins.
If it's Seth Rollins and Finn, yes.
It'll be Seth Rollins. If it's Seth Rollins and Finn, yeah. But Triple H's idea was to have Seth Rollins go over Brock at Mania, which is fine. I'd rather see Seth as the champion because he's overdue.
I don't want to see that. He's boring as hell to me.
Really?
Promo wise.
Yeah, promo wise, he ain't the greatest, but
yeah, promo wise, he weak as hell to me. But no, I'll never talk about him. Ring, he cold in ring, but
promo wise, he's also been given really, really shit storylines. Like the one with Dean is bad.
The one was bad in 2015.
Yeah, his promos was bad in 2015.
Like that program was bad in 2015 because it's like they keep beating it over the head for promo for merchandising money.
But I'm fine with him as winning the title because it's time. It's time for him. And he'll be a Grand Slam champion if you do this. So I'm good with that. But back to Raw, man. I don't know if Triple H is running the show, but I think Vince has less of his hand on it. That makes sense?
It does, but I get what you're going with that. I don't think he's willing to let it go. The man is stubborn.
Well, the thing is, remember when the Attitude Era came about and Vince Russo basically just told him off about how bad his product was, and Vince was like, "I didn't realize it was that bad."
How can you not know?
Well, Vince is Vince.
Right, like
you got to
like
remember
the ratings right there.
But you got to remember, if Vince likes it, it's fine. So what happened was Vince just slowly started letting go of control, and once things got better, he was riding with it. And once things got to a point where he was just like, "Oh, okay," he put it back to how he wanted it. But I sincerely believe that he just might have started listening to a few other people. And the reason I know that is because Lashley won the IC title.
Right. At a time we didn't expect either.
No. And I really don't want to see a rematch between Ambrose and Lashley at WrestleMania. I mean, at Royal Rumble. I want to go in, like, I'm going all the way in for Lashley. Let's get him all the way to Mania and beyond with the Intercontinental title. Because, yo, man, who on Raw has been a better heel in the last few months than Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush?
It's hard to tell at times who's a heel and who's a face, though. I think it's just the fans let us know.
Well, no, the fans let us know who they like and who they don't like. But we could tell who the clear heel is. Like, they also boo Lashley.
Absolutely. I booed that man when he was showing his glutes and all that shit. I'm like, yo, we don't need that.
Nah, the streets didn't need that.
The streets said, "Oh, I feel like this shit was an auction or something."
Yeah, that wasn't the business.
Yeah, somebody said something like, "Hey, Vince, bro, this is kind of problematic."
Yeah, you just showing off his physique, like what?
You did, like, bro, you give me, certain period when everything wasn't that great. It ain't good now, but
Yeah, this is period, that lasted hundreds of years, Vince.
Right.
It's called slavery. Just so you know, just in case you're confused.
And you're not supposed to be. Then you got the small one. You know what I mean? Saying like, you see how he built, bruh? Nah.
Yeah, I know you think this is more like carnival, but nah, bro. It's this word called optics.
It's a different carnival.
Yeah. But nah, shout out to them for really doing that. That was unexpected, and it made sense. Because now you have the thing WWE really has to do on Raw is clearly establish who's what. Like, who's an Intercontinental player, who's a Universal title player, who's what. And with Lashley as an Intercontinental champion, he's definitely still a Universal title guy, but they have to make it clear. Like, so that's why I said when Kevin Owens comes back, I love to see Kevin Owens versus Lashley, because both of them are great in ring, and just to see Owens versus Leo on the mic would be better than anything in my life.
No, that's all jokes.
Yeah, that's all jokes.
But anyway, Dean Ambrose might go over since he lost the title.
Yeah,
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I just don't see them investing that much in him. Like, honestly, he's one of the bigger names that I think could leave and go to AEW.
I highly doubt that.
I think he could. Because what is there for him to do right now?
Keep paying them bills.
Yeah, but he can go pay them bills. Like, he developed enough of a name where on the indie circuit he could, make the same, if not more.
I don't want to count his pockets, but how much you think he making?
Enough?
100K?
Oh, more than that.
He can get that on indie?
Combined, yeah.
You know what? The thing is, you might be right and work less.
Yeah.
Because they'll put up the money. Like, these promotions, they'll put up the money. Well, especially, already know. New Japan, they'll definitely put up the money.
New Japan will put up the money for him, especially because they want to expand into the West. Ring of Honor will put up the money for him just because, you know, they continue on to do it. AEW will have a stint for him. You know, because there's already wrestlers going to WWE asking for their release.
I keep hearing about that, and I actually need to watch some of those What Culture videos as well.
Well, they put out a few names. So far, it's Mike and Maria Kanellis, which makes sense.
Yeah, they said we out, beloved.
Yeah.
I'm good, love, enjoy.
I can't blame them because they're too talented to not be on TV. And
so why the hell Sanity hasn't said anything yet? I ask you every Tuesday, and it's a joke, but I'm so sincere when I ask every Tuesday. It's insanity with the WWE. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. Like, they got called up, disappeared for months, came back a couple times, maybe 3 times, and now it's like, yo, they gone.
I don't know. I think who else? Oh, the Revival asked for their release.
I knew that was gonna happen. They've been indie guys. They got the indie guy look. They are indie guys.
Oh, though. I don't see them getting let go.
They gonna leave. I think their contract is up. Dean Ambrose's contract is up, and there's rumors about him.
Yeah, that's why I said I could see him leaving.
If he does, though, I wouldn't even be mad. Like the veteran guys that's been there for 12, 13 years, however long he's been associated with WWE since Spirit Squad. That was 2006. That's 13 years. He been heavyweight champion and then some. Yeah, bro. You can leave.
Yeah, there's nothing left for him to do.
Because he was supposed to leave last year, but I think they read up like 1 year of his contract.
Well, there's that, and he got injured, so, you know. But, yeah, I don't, like, the thing is they put the belt on him, and they immediately punted on him. Unless they got something else lined up for him in the bag, I don't see why you stay. But
what if he win the Royal Rumble?
We joke, but that's a possibility. I can honestly see him winning the Royal Rumble.
That would be hilarious to see him in a match with Lesnar because, bruh, them bumps he gonna take, I'm gonna be asleep.
Yeah. Like, it would be really, really dope to see, like, Samoa Joe win the Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's who my pick was. Even though it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. I would love to see Joe win.
Of course, me and you, countless other fans.
Yeah, like, do you know how crazy the pop would be if Samoa Joe won the Royal Rumble?
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Like, I was thinking about it. Actually, I was thinking about it yesterday when I was watching SmackDown, but I'm like, damn, bro. Can Joe just get one title shot? That's it.
Yeah, a legit one. Not like this whole, we're going to prolong AJ's title run, which I don't have a problem with them prolonging his title run because they wanted a year-long champion. But I just, yeah, man, I don't really know what else to say. Joe would be dope. Mustafa Ali would be dope. Seth Rollins would be dope. McIntyre, not this year. Just because. Also, you know what's funny? So they doing this subtle put over of Drew McIntyre. Every time someone talks about him, they always have to mention like he's going to be a future Universal champion. And it's that type of like, you know, talk about someone that can turn people away because it gets annoying. Like, yo, Drew is great. He really is. In ring, he's incredible. At a certain point, we got to start letting the wrestlers and the wrestling talk for themselves. But I don't know. I don't want to get too heavy into the wrestling. Let's talk about Big Draco.
King Soldier, Big Draco, Big Soldier, Soldier Man, and my favorite one that somebody said on a comment of a picture of him when he looked older after the alleged crash. God bless him if it actually happened. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know if this man is a shoot or he's doing the work right now. But it's neither here nor is there because it's a great content. But somebody called him Veteran Man. and I can't stop laughing about that.
I don't know. Like, I think it started off as real, and now like pseudo real. Now it's just kind of an act. Because did you see the Hot 97 thing?
Multiple times.
Well, that was the thing that was weird, is because he was saying the same things, and they said he like crashed, you know, their headquarters, and I was like, it's a whole bunch of people in the hall. Ain't nobody crashing the headquarters. Security can come escort them out. But I know he plugged in his new video game console.
The Sega Saturn console.
Yeah.
With the Xbox One rig.
Yeah. Like, I just...
Nigga, Kanye ain't got no video game console. I'm the first rapper with a console.
Yeah.
Up there wearing that MAGA hat. Stop that shit, bruh.
Which,
you shouldn't have been cheering more for the Tiger part.
Yeah.
You anti-Tiger. And this man went out and did it for you. He's sacrificing himself for it.
Is that someone called the Soulja Boy console just a PlayStation Vita? Which I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, how does Sony not send him a cease and desist on this shit?
Oh, you talking about the handheld one that he just put out?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So it's been ones that actually look like actual products. So you got the Xbox One rig, you got the PlayStation Vita one that's the rig. Hey man, honestly, Sony probably don't give a fuck about Vita. They never fucking gave a fuck about the PSP, so they probably don't care about this one. I was laughing because I thought they was calling it a Vita because you can do all the mods on it. Because essentially that's what he has. He has these rigs with like old ass modded games.
Yeah, so like he basically like selling jailbroken Fire Sticks on for video games.
With old ass games that we could play on cell phones for free.
Yeah, like nigga, I don't want a high end version of Snake.
Centipede.
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't want to play Metal Slug on this shit. It ain't even full HD. When that came out 2 months ago, whenever he put the systems out, I was in tears because he had the AV in, AV out. I said, where's the HDMI cord?
Yeah. Like,
I'm playing this on the TV VCR combo.
Yeah. Like, what's this red, white, and yellow? What are you doing right now?
Today's kids will never know the struggle.
Nope. But it's all right. It's all right.
So Big Draco, the king of New York, as I said in the beginning.
The funniest thing about this is when they ask him about Tiger, Drake, and Kanye, he doesn't have like. Okay, so in logic, there's a valid argument and then there's a sound argument. The top argument you can have is a sound argument, a morally sound argument, or a sound argument. A valid argument doesn't mean it's sound. Young Big Draco, aka Soulja, he has valid arguments, but not sound arguments.
Very.
Like, there's a lot of validity to what he says, but it's just not enough to where it's like sound. So, for example, the difference between a valid argument and a sound argument is, you know how like you can have circumstantial evidence against you?
Yeah.
That's valid. That's a valid argument. But they can't pin that on you because the evidence is circumstantial, so they can put almost anybody like you in that situation. They can't necessarily prove it's you. A sound argument would be like they have like direct evidence saying that you did the crime. So that's the difference between a valid and a sound one. So the valid is circumstantial, this and that. Soulja Boy got a lot of valid arguments for Drake. Like the What's Happening flow, like he definitely like the one against Drake was definitely a valid argument. The only reason it was valid because, you know, Drake did take that flow on Miss Me. But where it becomes invalid is you can't say you made his career, you taught him everything he know. Like, bruh, Best I Ever Had was like a year before Miss Me.
It seems to be a lot that people are calling out Drake, and they having very valid points.
Well, there's also the fact that, you know, Drake.
Are we not getting to a point where we looking at the hip hop version of Elvis?
Well, I mean, that's what we say Eminem is. And that's the difference between Drake and Eminem. They say Eminem does it so Elvis, you know, he did black music and all that. It's not, and Eminem does it, and they make themselves wealthy, and then they get called the king. Drake,
Right.
Would he be closer to like the British invasion? Because a lot of those dudes came over doing covers of black music, and they got like acclaim for it, even though, you know, a lot of those songs were sung by black people. So would that be the equivalent?
That one would probably work.
Because it's not something like, you know, Drake is black, but it's what do you say that? Like he not.
No.
He is.
Yeah. No, he is.
Yeah. But you just say that with so much like
No, that's what I said. Huh? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Slow down. I said it.
Yeah, I know. You just say it with so much contempt.
What that's how I say it. That's how I want to say it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. See, you're not listening.
All right, Mr. Gregory.
You talking with your shit.
All right.
I'm trying to let you know.
So all I mean by that is Drake has been able to at times successfully get, you know, certain flows or songs and things like that over that other people haven't. And I mean, one of his idols we can also say about that's done that. But yeah, so the Drake one, I was like, yeah, okay. You could say he stole your flow, but you can't say, you know, you gave him the blueprint. Nah, bro. The Tiger one. What was the one of Tiger? I don't even know the arguments over Tiger.
It's multiple ones. So this started out when somebody asked him who had the biggest. Tiger they just said Tiger. I don't even know what triggered him. It seems to be like, I don't know what type of cocaine is triggering him. I guess it's just regular cocaine. I've never done it. I've been around coke addicts, but you can say one thing and it triggers them. So I guess in this case, somebody on IG Live said Tiger's name and he went the fuck off. But the one that really put it over was the one I posted yesterday, or I sent to somebody yesterday when he was in his house in Malibu, the 4.9 Draco Mansion. He was watching his show with his girl on there, and somebody, I guess, said Tiger again, and he went on a 10-minute shoot about Tiger. So I don't know. That's what I said. He got a hit on Tiger, it seems to be. Like Drake is just like, all right, Drake stole my flow. Drake stole a lot of flows and shit like that, but that's how it works.
You ain't said nothing that nobody else ain't said about Drake.
Right. So it's like, why go off? I guess he was just like, Big Soulja's trying to say, hey, understand, I'm saying the same thing as well. And every time he says, I rewind that part over and over, not just the whole interview, but when he says, tell me what's really going on, it's one of the funniest fucking things I ever heard in my life. All I need is that part, and I'm usually good to go. Yeah. So somebody apparently just said Tiger, it triggered him, and he went on, not just on the Hot 97 interview, but it's funnier on the IG Live because he then goes to proceed and yell, Rob Kardashian, in a high-pitched voice. And just talks about how Tiger lost his woman to Rob Kardashian, and he got a kid by Black China, and he just screams Rob Kardashian. From there, the shoot just continues.
Yeah, see. So, what did it pertain to Tiger like that? He got mad about Tiger. What was it about?
He's just mad. It's really just that. He's just mad. Okay. Somebody said Tiger name, and then he said, I had the biggest 2018 or the biggest whatever the fuck he keeps saying about 2018.
The biggest comeback or whatever?
Yeah, in 2018. But then you heard what, even though he kept calling him Char.
Yo, did
not
Char put out any music?
Yeah, he stayed putting out music.
Really?
He's always putting out music. He just put out a project yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Shit, that shit must go straight to Dat Piff.
No, Gorilla mixtapes.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one of Dat Piff, if not number 3.
This shit still got DJ drops on it.
Yeah, in 2019, DJ Drama drops. And it's saying free Uzi from his contract so he can come back. That should be one of the drops.
Nah, I ain't tripping on DJ Drama drops because Jid got them, but you know, this one.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna be edgy doing that. No, you're gonna annoy us like we've been annoyed with DJ Drama drops for 15 years.
Yeah. But nah.
So yeah, Tyga name just pisses him off, and on IG Live or IG, you saw what I posted in the story. He said, "Yeah, I had him on in my She Got a Donk video." I think Soulja is just tired of not getting his credibility. He just tired of not getting his credit. Like, this is what I did, and I think it was an actual shoot when Charlamagne said yesterday, like, "You are a godfather of hip hop."
No.
He's a godfather of hip hop. I'll let you go.
We're not gonna do that. We can give him his credit without making him a goddamn like pillar in hip hop.
No, they don't mean like that. They probably mean like he laid the foundation for whatever in hip hop.
What foundation?
Now, if you tell Soulja about that, he might say he a killer because apparently he has 150 shooters in Atlanta, but he's from Bompton.
No, but seriously, what foundation did Soulja Boy lay?
The internet.
The internet?
Getting cracking on YouTube. And hell, he did it after they had just random acts. After Chocolate Rain and whatever else was popular on YouTube, he did it with music.
Soulja Boy was that other people weren't?
Basically. Who else was doing it around that time?
He was 17.
I know. And that's what makes it a little bit great.
So of course he was going to be able to use the internet. He's the first YouTube sensation to be taken serious.
Right, and he did it before Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber came in 2008.
Well,
and did it.
Nah, Justin Bieber. Yeah, Justin Bieber was around that time.
Yeah, that was 2008, 2007. I remember vividly when Crank That, because everybody, like he said in Hot 97 on the Hot 97 interview, was like, "What is this bullshit?" Ice-T was really upset. Eat a dick, Soulja Boy. Snoop was mad, and it was a bunch of artists that was just pissed off.
Well, and I can understand why they was pissed off because this was also in an era where record sales were declining.
Yeah, because everybody was claiming being drug dealer.
Yeah. Well, it was also just that was the era too where like people like if you weren't a phenomenally great rapper or songwriter, like you still got hits. Like never forget that Young Jock first album sold more than Lupe Fiasco first album.
Yeah.
And I don't even think Young Jock is terrible.
No, it was just that time.
Yeah. So the Soulja Boy thing was the first one. It was a dance. It was catchy. I give him that. You know, it blew up on YouTube. Well, of course it blew up on YouTube. It was a place for kids. Well, it was a video. And that's weird to say it was for kids because he's like, Superman that hole and all that shit. That's weird. But
it still was like, we know hip hop is provocative. That was less provocative, especially around that time.
Well, who else blew up on YouTube?
As a music artist, or are you talking about just as a general act?
As a hip hop act.
Before or after him? Before, I honest to God, you can't name anybody before him. After him, everybody started kind of just coming out the woodworks. And like I said, 2008.
He also blew up right when YouTube started becoming like everybody got on YouTube.
Yep.
It's like if someone blew up off of MySpace, we don't give them credit because they blew up off of MySpace.
No, and he was on that end of MySpace, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" And also remember, he was, and they had to remind me, he was basically having his songs and using like a different name for it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it is like I just calling him a godfather, a father of something would mean that, you know, like he birthed something in a way that no, like purposefully. And I don't know if it was purposefully or if it's just like this is the only way I can get on. Because the moment like that Crank That Soulja Boy song blew up, he signed a record deal.
Right, with Interscope, which he shouldn't have done, but at the same time, that's when everybody was still doing record deals.
Everybody was still doing deals. So all he did was just find a new way to get noticed, which I'll give him credit for that. But like that's what I'm saying. Like we can acknowledge him and give him his praises for what he done without making him like a hip hop staple or a hip hop killer in hip hop. He's just someone that did something great or just opened a new avenue. But not everybody who opened a new avenue is considered, you know, incredible like that.
Well, it's other people that we get credibility to and we praise for being innovators. And why not Soulja Boy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's fine with being an innovator, but that don't make you a pillar.
Who's the pillars in hip? Who do we have as pillars in hip hop?
Well, other than like Kool Herc, you know, like Grandmaster Flash, all that. There's Run DMC. There's Rakim and Big Daddy Kane. There's NWA. There's Public Enemy. There's the Ghetto Boys. You know, Outkast.
Okay, besides the music, what differentiates them from Soulja Boy? Because we could go on with the South, we can go with the Southern rappers, and then we can work our way because
the Ghetto Boys was the first, like, widely respected, and they basically put on for the South in a way like there was no Southern rap before them.
No, and a little bit after that, then Uncle Luke and I forgot.
Two Live Crew was also a pillar. But Two Live Crew was also like, as much as we saw that, like we almost look at Florida and Miami music as almost not Southern rap at the time. We looked at that as like bass and like dance music in a way.
Right.
Like, you know, the Ghetto Boys was like the first thing that we was like considering like real rap.
P is up there. E40 is up there. P and E40.
Master P is, I can't say E40.
Okay, out the trunk. Selling the albums out the trunk.
But that's what Master P took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and 40 was like one of the first known to do that. And be independent, 100%. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Too Short. But the thing about the thing about E40 is E40 did it, and E40 should be recognized for it. But that's the difference between him and Master P. This is a great example. Master P made it a world, like, international thing. E40, as much as we love E40, there is no place where E40 is more recognized and more loved than California.
Right.
Like, Master P got love all through the South. Master P got love over here. He got love in New York. E40 got love and respect in Atlanta. But this is the place for him. That's why I say, like, Master P is the one, like, selling tapes out the trunk, doing it independent, because his independent, like, let's be real. In the 90s, when it came to being independent, would you rather have the bag E40 had or the bag Master P had?
Oh, P. Shit, I'd rather have that bag now.
Yeah.
People can say what they want about I got the hookup 2 and then 3 coming out. Hey.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he created a bag in a way that nobody, like, he did it he's one of those people that, like, everybody talk about, like, you know, oh, this and that. Like, he's the first one to do that. Like, you can't tell me Rockefeller didn't look at No Limit and say, we got to be that.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's why I say that. You want to talk about East Coast dudes?
No, because I don't want to stay on this subject for too long. But no, when I say, I didn't even use the word pillar, but if we're gonna use the word pillar, if we're gonna use the name innovator, everything we just named with PE 40 Too Short, the independent thing, or anybody that laid a foundation, going back to that word in hip hop, Soulja Boy did it with the internet thing.
No, he's definitely an innovator in the sense that he was the first one to get it cracking on YouTube like that. However, I'm not going to make him an institution.
No, it might be one of them cases where it's gonna take a couple more years for people to see it, just because hell, the dude is still young.
Well, it's not just that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we can sit here.
The music.
All right, the music ain't good. Let's just.
That's what I'm saying, and it's the music. If he had probably a better grade of music or a better like work of music, then people would be like, all right, yes, yeah. this.
Yeah, that would absolutely be it. That would absolutely.
Are we going to eventually name the Migos as a pillar of hip hop?
For what?
That flow that everybody and their mama's been doing for 5 years now. Or innovators, if we want to use that word.
They're not going to be a pillar.
No, I'm not saying they're going to be a pillar. I'm just using the word pillar as to say, are they going to be known in this game? So let me rephrase it. Are they going to be known years from now after they stop doing music, if they ever stop doing music? Because I feel like a lot of these young dudes going to keep going, especially at this pace. But 5 years, people have been kind of rapping the same. There's no fault to theirs. It's just that's how it works.
No, but if we're going to say someone's a pillar from this decade, it's easily Future. Like other than like Kendrick, Cole, and Drake and all them, like, the one that's like the influential pillar is Future.
I'm gonna say, and I'm not saying this as a Future fan. This is a shoot, and I'm not. We're not joking right now, even though this is not a serious topic where I can joke, but we having a general conversation. I would say Future over all them, just because everybody not doing bars, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Everybody not trying to bar you up. Yeah. And the thing is, with Future, everybody could be like, oh, the mumble style or whatever the case may be. They ain't doing what he's doing. That's that type of mumble style, if you want to call it that.
Well, that's the thing about Future. That's why I say he's a pillar, is because. So remember, we was talking about that era, like the era Soulja Boy was in, when people was like not really great rappers. They were still trying to be good rappers. They just weren't.
Right. They didn't know they could just like just.
They were saying like they were saying real simple shit, thinking that it was clever. And yeah, nah.
Yeah, Young Jock definitely had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Going back to him.
Like yeah, that was the era where, you know, everybody was quoting it on, like, said some shit and just put it on their AIM as their away message, or like their MySpace name or something like that. But that's why I say, you know, that's why I say what I say. Where this era of Future is the first rapper where, like, we know Future ain't a lyricist like that, but we still consider him a good rapper.
Right.
There's no other rapper before him where we thought they don't have good bars, but we still think they're a good rapper. So, yeah, that's really.
And then I wonder why he's been going on the press run. He's been going heavy with this press run more than before.
You got the documentary. His place is established. You know, sound like he needs this album to do well, better than the other ones have. And the interesting thing, the most fascinating thing about him is Future's gotten to that point where he can release music without putting out singles.
Right, even though he did put out 2 singles, which is out of the ordinary, before he announced his album 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but we didn't know what that was leading up to. That could have just been throwaways. We didn't know it was leading up to something. But
yeah, because it was rumored for a while it's gonna drop an album now. Keep forgetting that shit is coming out like in 2 hours.
Yeah. But anyway. Oh shit. I just looked at it and realized that that Kevin Hart movie beat out Aquaman.
And well, let me say this first. I didn't know Aquaman was making that much money. I saw it. It wasn't a good movie. And that's a remake. That's a remake of some British movie, which happens a lot. I'm not knocking that. This is what I want to say about Kevin Hart. Now, I talked to you a little bit about it previously. I just brought up the idea of saying this. He's about to be 40, I think, this year, barely, or 39 around this. Yeah. I don't think he'll have a classic movie like some of these great comedians that transitioned into movies, or more specifically one being Eddie Murphy. I don't think he'll ever have a classic or multiple classics like Eddie Murphy has had. I'm trying to think of another comedian that's had
Jim Carrey.
Great movie. Or Jim Carrey. Yeah, those probably the top 3. Because when I think about Richard Pryor, I'm like, all right, he had a couple good movies, non-classic, and good movies, not great movies. And then when I think about Damon Wayans, great for me, some of my favorite movies ever, but I don't think everybody's going to agree with that.
I don't care what anyone says. Blank Man is a classic.
No, absolutely. But how many people go besides from our era gonna say like Blank Man is a classic?
Fuck them kids, man.
Yeah, fuck them. Like, and their opinion, and a lot of other people opinion that don't like the movie. But I'm just saying in general.
No, I got you. I feel you.
I can tell. Like, motherfucker, do y'all got more money? Do y'all got more money?
I could say Kevin Hart has one classic.
Paper Soldiers?
No, absolutely not.
That was a great movie.
It's Jumanji, man.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that one. I didn't really like it, but I could see as to why you would say that. And obviously, if they're making a sequel and they adding way more people that got resumes, it must have hit.
Yeah. No, that one, for the young folks, that one slapped.
Okay, so this is what I'm getting at too with Kevin Hart, because he signed on to do the Monopoly movie. So now he's really like, I'm just all commercial that will movies, which is fine. I'm never gonna knock him for that. And at this point, people know he does do stand-up comedy. But it's about to get to a point where we just know him as a movie star, and that's fine. He still does comedy. He's still on the road. So what I want to say basically with him is, in 5 years, or probably less than that at this point, if he keeps on going, is he going to have a better movie career than Eddie Murphy? Not better movies. I'm not saying better movies. I will never say better movies, because
a more successful.
Yes.
We can argue that he has a more successful career now.
Okay, why is that? Because I feel like he still need to put in at least 2 or 3 more movies. Probably more than that.
Eddie never had a Jumanji.
Would Shrek count, even though that wasn't his movie?
I guess you can count Shrek.
That was a voiceover, just like Mulan, but
yeah, I mean, if you want to count Mulan and Shrek, I guess you can, because there's those movies they did. Let's see. Let's look up Kevin Hart box office shit.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Like, yo.
Yeah. How much did it, in the US alone, they did 96.
On the US?
62 million. Damn, that's just in America.
Yeah, so he did it. But the thing about it is, Eddie, for adjusted gross, I mean, Eddie probably did. Nah, Eddie never had these numbers, man. I can't even.
Because that's just America. I want to see like worldwide numbers.
All right, we're gonna cut it off we're gonna start at Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man damn near did 100.
Yeah, and it was only like on the $5 million budget.
That Let Me Explain thing did almost $40 million. Grudge Match, he was a supporting character, but that did 30 mil. Ride Along, that was the surprise hit that did 135 million. About Last Night, he was a supporting role, but it still did about 50. Think Like a Man 2 did 65. Top 5, no, he just had a cameo on that. I'm not counting. The Wedding Ringer was 65. Get Hard was 90. Ride Along 2 was 91. Central Intelligence is 130. Secret Life of Pets is damn near 400. Kevin Hart, What Now is 23. He did Captain Underpants movies, 75. He did Jumanji, 404. He did Night School, it's about 75. Like, there's, you know.
So he getting busy too. I didn't know it was gonna come out that soon. The goddamn Jumanji 2 is coming out December 13th of this year.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we can make the legitimate claim that he's the second biggest movie star in America.
No, absolutely.
Because I don't count anybody from Marvel because all they do is one type of movie.
Can we say the world? Honestly, with these type of numbers, like it's other big stars in China that we don't know about in Europe. But
he ain't bigger around the world than Tom Cruise or Will Smith.
At this point,
he is not bigger than Tom Cruise.
Okay.
He's taller, but he ain't bigger.
Yeah, that's crazy to say.
Yeah,
I don't know. If that's a shoot, that's crazy to say. And Night School was a good movie, actually. I saw that a couple weeks ago.
I ain't seen her Night School yet, but
that shit was actually funny. They moving. Who is this? I want to know who production is this. Oh, Sony said, "Hey man, we ain't making our quarter money. You gotta get this shit off." Oh, it's Columbia. Columbia, like we ain't getting our money. We ain't making no money off shit. Please, Disney about to make like $20 billion this year. Please, can somebody can we get this movie going ASAP?
Yeah.
He doing like 2 movies right now this year alone. The Rock's still doing goddamn Fast and the Furious, whatever. Jason Statham.
Well, The Rock might be. I know he's Samoan and black, but he might be Jamaican too, because this man got like 37 jobs.
Right, Titans.
Yeah, he got Titan Games. He got 2 TV shows, some movies. I wouldn't be surprised if he hosts a podcast too.
That we don't know about.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like, I'm like, dude, he don't take a break. He got he just finished or he's about to finish that movie I just said, the Fast and the Furious Hobbs and whatever it's called movie. He has, I think, 2 movies releasing this year besides Jumanji. Like, he might be Jamaican. Dwayne McGinnis.
Like, there's no rhyme or reason to this. Like, yo, bruh. Like, he's too in shape to be doing cocaine.
No, he definitely ain't on no cocaine.
No.
Like, he too positive all the time. Like, it's a come down at some point.
Yeah. So,
like, when he said he never want to go back to broke, goddamn, he meant, hey, bro, he definitely I can't go back all-star.
Yeah, no, he is the can't go back god right now. Like, who else is as big of a can't go back god as him right now?
Shit, Marcus Peters?
Nah, not even as big as The Rock. Marcus Peters got an off season.
Yeah, The Rock apparently don't. Like, it's been a whole 3 or 4 years now where we feel like, all right, Dwayne, you could chill for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Like, this man don't go on no vacation. He don't be buying shit. All he posts on IG is like promo for his next project and workout tips. Like, bruh.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, when you eating that good and you making that type of money, of course you not gonna stop. I get it, because you got to get the bag so long as this. And the thing is, he's trying to be bigger than Schwarzenegger. I mean, good luck with that. But
right, because I'm like, hold on, sir. You don't have your true lies.
Which, I mean, at this point, he's getting there. He's this generation Schwarzenegger. This is how great The Rock is. You know how dope The Rock is to people? The Rock's so dope that in San Andreas, we gave him a white daughter.
Right. Didn't even look mixed.
Nah, it was The Rock and Carla Gugino, and they had a straight up wasp for a daughter, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. That was the most incredible thing. That's when I knew, like, okay, we really love The Rock.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah,
they get him on pass on that. No, it's Dwayne. Yeah, I forgot he's doing. He's executive producing, and he's in the Fighting with My Family movie.
Yeah, so we got that coming too. So like, just the bags, man. It's bags on bags with him.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at this IMDb because Wikipedia ain't telling me nothing. The Jungle Cruise movie come out next year. He like, no, they told him at Paramount, they was like, hey, don't do shit else after you finish that Fast and Furious movie because we got to do Jumanji 2.
Yeah.
Don't do shit else. We need this ASAP, bro. How much you need for this? 20, cool. Don't do shit else. Oh, Vince called, fuck him and WrestleMania, bro. Let him call Batista. Batista chilling until he do the Doom reboot.
Yeah. So don't you? I don't want to see shit from you, Dwayne. You do Ballers and that's it. You come straight over here.
Right.
Like, yo, man. It'd be crazy to think that he only did 3 movies last year. Or 2. He only did 2. Only 2.
And the thing is, he go on location. It's not like he stay in his area and shoot. No, this man got to go to these locations.
Yeah, like
fucking working out 2 a.m.
Like it's a level of motivation that like you aspire.
Everybody should need.
I don't think everybody should aspire to this. The world would be a little too productive. Like we might be like, it's some, you don't want everybody to be this productive. You know what I mean? You don't want the people that, you don't want carjackers to be this productive as The Rock.
Nah.
Be out here, they just be out here on Instagram. All right, I just stole 3 cars, but I found the opportunity to steal one more. And when you got to get that opportunity in, you got to take it. You got to seize that moment. Like, nah, don't steal my car.
And then go work out for 2 hours after.
Yeah. Like, criminals should not have the ambition or the drive that The Rock has. Because how in all those old 70s blaxploitation movies, the gangster, they're like, what he involved in? A little bit of everything. He pimping, he sell dope, he rob, right. he kill. That's The Rock.
And Kevin Hart. What do? We do voiceovers. He producing, acting, lifting weights because they stay be on they lifting weights.
I heard they have their own movies now.
I heard they script read.
Yeah, I heard they are their own script supervisor. Like, nigga, what?
They AD.
Yeah, they go through the film for continuity. They damn still. What is going on here?
Yeah, Kevin Hart is on a different level as well because this man is in the great outdoors.
Yeah,
like John Candy is somewhere rolling in his grave right now.
Yeah, like Dan Aykroyd.
Kevin Hart is starring in the great outdoors.
Hey man, they remaking Ghostbusters, and I don't see why they just didn't put Kevin Hart and The Rock in it.
They just got to stop. That's the only way you'll get me to fucking stop, please. They basically saying we remaking the Ghostbusters, but it's a sequel at the same time. Stop. No.
They ain't gonna ever stop, man. It's gonna always be. No, but I'm
even that. It's popular, but they treating this motherfucker like Star Wars.
I'm just curious to see how it is because I remember the nerds hated on the one with women, and a lot of it was just because it was women in it. So I'm curious to see what the nerds think like now. Because if this shit trash, I want the nerds to come out and be like, yeah, we was wrong about this.
For me, it wasn't because it was the women. It just fucking sucked. There was no need.
There's no need for anything.
Yeah, especially remakes like this. When we got
this is where I'm getting my this is the pessimistic and fatalistic side of me. There's no reason for anything ever. Even original content. There's no reason for it. There's none.
Why is Kevin Hart doing Uptown Saturday Night and not Will Smith and Denzel?
Because you know how much money that would be for Will Smith and Denzel?
Oh, that's easily 40 million.
And Denzel ain't trying to be out there on these goddamn Instagram videos with Will.
Yeah, he don't look like he had fun. I don't think Denzel has ever had fun.
I don't think Denzel like movie acting. I think he likes stage acting.
I can kind of tell now. Yeah, because you see him on stage and then he'll do the interviews. He like, yeah. When he did the Equalizer 2, I said, all right, yeah. All right.
Yeah, this nigga, his whole life has avoided a sequel, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, that Roman J. Israel thing was not good, Denzel, so we're going to need this sequel up out of you, bro. And he was like, fine.
Fuck it, I do it. But then I'm going back to Broadway. I can't do this anymore.
No. But the cold part was like, so everyone complained that, you know, the Equalizer was just as successful as John Wick, and therefore it deserves a sequel. And we got that. And now, I mean, which one were you more excited for? Were you more excited to see Equalizer 2 or John Wick 3?
Is that a trick question?
Nah, that's a straight up question.
What you think I'm gonna say?
Of course, John Wick.
Yeah. Even if the Equalizer 2 didn't come out, I don't give a damn about nothing. Nothing. Like, really, I'll put that shit over Avengers. I'll see John Wick 3.
I ain't putting that over Avengers, bro.
This nigga Arthur Morgan, the new Arthur Morgan, nigga, all headshots with he on a horse hitting headshots.
Yeah, man.
He's up here beating the fuck out of Bogan from the Clippers with a book.
Yeah. I'm
this Sasquatch ass nigga with hands the size of watermelons beating his ass with a book. See John Wick.
Yeah. John Wick just Boban out there just slapping the shit out of people. Like he don't even have no gun or nothing. He just slap you when you die.
And I'd rather get shot. You see that dude with his hands?
Yeah, man.
I don't want to slap by something. Just shoot me, bro.
We better be lucky he is a very nice man.
Yeah, they don't even try to stick him on defense.
Nah.
Like, do your best.
Well, like, it's just you don't want to get physical with him and try and throw hands because let's say he can't fight, but he just land a hit on you. He just happened to land a punch on you. You going down, man. Them hands too big.
Bro, you gonna be in a coma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna get off this, but yo, they killing these post-production people because apparently the Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw movies coming out August 2nd.
Hey man,
and they still shoot. They be posting
movies now is like they editing it while they're shooting it,
and that's a shoot. That's actually real. Like, I've heard you actually can do that now. Technology is a motherfucker.
Yeah. Which is a wild thing to do because, like, once you get to the assembly shot, you like, yo, what the fuck do I got here? So, like, a lot of times, yeah, the director is important, but the editor just as important. Like, I know we giving all these love to, like, who's going to win Best Director at the Oscars or all these other things. Yo, man, you better thank your editing team too. Because
you always have to. Absolutely. Without them, you're like, what do I do with all this footage?
Yeah, and they the ones sitting here just like, okay, I know what to do. I know how to piece this all together. Like, it's amazing what how like much we underplay the editor. Like, but you know.
It actually was supposed to come out July 26th. They said, nah, August 2nd is fine.
Yeah. Nigga, Dwayne, people don't work like you, Dwayne.
Right, like, I'm about to go do 3 more movies after this. Nah, bro, we editors, like, we got to sit down and go through this shit and get the sound right.
Yo, Dwayne, people like seeing a family, bruh. Not saying that you don't. It's just, we do.
Y'all want to look that up because I'm curious as to how that worked. Like, what are you using to edit while filming is done? Like, you got dump. That's a lot of footage to dump, especially shooting in the 4K. That's a shitload of footage.
Yeah, man, they gotta have Yo, the rig, the rig and the editing bay in there just got to be like as big as I don't know. It's got to be a whole bungalow.
Just absolutely, because that's like you can't do all that shit in 7 months.
Yeah, it's like you shooting 4K. You don't even some of these things you don't even have the VFX for. Like they render in the VFX in like while they're doing it. So yo, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's like making a movie now is almost like building a phone. Like you making 7 different parts at one time.
They editing this shit on the iPhone.
I believe you can edit your shit on the iPhone, but they gotta have a VFX team. They gotta have a sound mix down. They gotta put the score on it. Like, yo, it's a lot. Then they gotta do the Foley shit. Like man, they gotta do all that at once.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like if y'all want to know, y'all out there want to understand, like Anita Parable, that would be like you building a phone and one person working on the speakers, the other person working on the antenna, someone else working on the processor, but nobody know where the shit gonna go on the phone. That's exactly like what it is. Like, okay, where are we gonna put this on the motherboard? I don't know, but make it.
Make this work.
Where are we gonna put the speaker? How big are the speakers and all this gonna be? I don't know, but make it. Where the processor gonna go? I don't know, but make it work. Because we need this phone by October. What month is it? It's June. Nigga.
Right. Please. That's at least 12 hours a day as well.
Yeah. And we got to figure this out right. We really need it we need the phone by October, so you got to be done by like August so we can start mass producing. Bruh.
Shouts out to everybody that keep buying them iPhones. They decline the sales too. People like, bro, it's the same phone.
Well, is that, and I think people realizing that, like, I don't know, is Apple that's like, they backed off of like having the updates where it's like, the update is so big that you got to basically get a new phone.
Yeah, they still doing that.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like, well, that's because Tim Cook is in charge and not Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was evil like that in the sense where he's like, no, I'm going to make you buy my product every year, no matter what.
Like, no, we ain't doing that no more, beloved.
Nah.
You can go ahead and keep that.
Nah, income inequality is just too real. Too real. You know what I mean? You know how bad income inequality is? They serving fast food at the White House.
Oh, man. If I come to anybody's house and on a silver platter, I don't care if it's the White House, my mom's house. If I come to your crib and you got the Talladega Nights Ricky Bobby spread on a silver platter, I'm fighting everybody.
No, as you should.
You gonna, like, that just sounds like all type of sickness. You gonna eat Wendy's and McDonald's filet of fish at the same time? You really don't value your life.
There's also this, and okay. If y'all don't want to believe Trump a racist, this is the prime example that Trump is a racist. So he went out and got them fast food. He went out and got them McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Domino's. Was there Arby's there?
I'm surprised it wasn't. At that point, yeah, I'm fighting. I'm killing people. Ain't no more fighting. You give me Arby's.
Yeah. That is the proof that he is a racist. There was no diversity there. All he got 3 different burgers. Nigga, Popeyes, KFC, Taco Bell, Del Taco. He couldn't get no goddamn Panda. I would have gave him so much credit if he would have got them Panda Express.
You really want this dude to die? You naming the shit. Like, the only one I'd be like, all right, I'll give a pass to is Popeyes.
The only thing I'm saying is, like, you got them 3 different types of burgers. Okay, if you get me Wendy's, why I need a Burger King or a McDonald's burger. Just give me the Baconator and leave me the fuck alone. You giving me Domino's, you giving me pizza, why I need a fillet of fish?
Oh God. This sound of fillet of fish, bro.
Yeah, for real. Fillet of fish, like, you could tell old folks is the only people keeping the fillet of fish alive. Because it ain't no other body on the earth that's eating fillet of fishes.
Jesus.
Yeah, well,
That's about it.
But you see what MAGA hat guys, we should have known he was a MAGA hat guy then because he was ordering fish fillets.
I said Jesus.
Oh, Jesus?
Yeah, from Jesus and Mira.
Well, he's Jamaican. That don't count.
I ain't in it.
No, he's Jamaican. We don't count that.
I ain't in it.
I'm not about to give him no smoke. But you know what I mean? Like, old folks really, really rock with the fish fillet, the fillet of fish. When the last time you thought about having the fillet of fish?
The last time I really contemplated my life, which was probably 2012.
Yeah, that tell me you was thinking about ending it all when you was thinking about having a fillet of fish. Because why?
And with the fries, oh God, dude.
Yeah. So I can't sit here in good faith and think like the president not a racist when he could get 3 different types of burgers, and there's Mexican fast food, there's Southern fast food, there's Chinese fast food, and all he could think was burgers and pizza.
It was definitely the most redneck shit I ever seen. I know it's Clemson, but
bruh, that, like I said, that tell me everything I need to know right there. Everything I need to know right there. You had the opportunity, like, okay, first off, you came out of your own pocket for it. You're supposed to be a billionaire. You could have got the finest of restaurants around Washington, D.C. to cater. And your response was, I'm going to go get them some fast food. Nah, nigga, you wanted some fast food. Let's not sit up here and pretend like they wanted some fast food. If they wanted some fast food, they could have stayed in Clemson, chilled in their dorm, ate fast food, and watched fucking, the NBA or some shit. Or play Call of Duty.
And starve to death, because that's the most food they probably ever going to get this whole season.
For real. They were like, everybody's like, oh, they was excited it was a bunch of fast food there. Nah, they was excited it was food there. And they could have more than one meal.
Right. It's the food that's probably seasoning, because I don't know if White House food going to be seasoning that.
White House food got enough where they season it. The one thing I'm pretty sure Trump left over was the Obama chefs. Because Michelle was healthy.
He'll choke to death. He eat that.
Yeah, that's true. He looked like if he have a speck of pepper, he'll die.
Yeah, no. Especially if you combine all those foods at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You need this. It's like a goddamn alien or something. You need this.
All right. Now, you ever think Obama had the chefs cook gumbo in the White House?
I don't even think Obama know what gumbo is.
Obama definitely know what gumbo is.
I think they had gumbo in Chicago. They probably had a couple Louisiana spots.
Yeah. Nah, Great Migration, my nigga. He know what gumbo is.
Has he had it though? He probably had it one time. Was like, this fire. Where do I get this from? And he probably imagine if he had it the day he got elected. And he's like, damn, I don't know if I ever get this again.
Michelle family from Chicago. Great Migration, my guy.
No, I know from the South, like Alabama and Mississippi, all those spots. But
yeah, so they know something about some gumbo. They may not be from New Orleans, but they know something about some gumbo.
But when he got elected, she was like, my cooking days are over. Michelle, remember that gumbo you made? That won't be happening. Damn.
Yep. You better remember it, because I do too.
Right. Like the day he did finally have gumbo, it's like, damn, this is the last spot you will ever have.
Yeah.
You can't leave the White House without security.
Yep.
And I don't think they can go get you gumbo. I don't know how the food works there. I don't know if you can just go.
Yeah, you got
to milk and pizza.
You got to invite Boosie to the White House to get some gumbo or something.
Invite him now. Boosie anywhere that he shouldn't be would be excellent. Now,
anywhere, any black person, any place they shouldn't be is great.
But put him, Webby and Boosie at the White House, man.
Yeah,
like them niggas gonna make it out.
Like, yo, have you ever been somewhere you know you're not supposed to be and you just enjoy every minute of it?
Oh, I can name several places.
Yeah. What's the name one place?
I ain't gonna use that one because that'd be name dropping. The Oscars.
You was at the Oscars?
I was at the Oscars. I was working, but where I was working at, I know I shouldn't have been there.
What section were you working?
I was around Will Smith, Kate Beckinsale, a couple other people.
So you was around they trusted you.
I was around people. Basically, if they put this nigga around people that's worth $100+ million, oh, they really trusted me.
Yeah.
They was like, oh, he's quiet at work. Yeah, because the whole time it's fucking freezing in January, and I'm thinking about how can I leave?
Yeah.
In this tight ass security outfit, looking like a damn snitch.
Yeah. So I used to work at the Staples Center. And so everybody has to work the Grammys, but they fucked around one year and put me on the goddamn floor. So I'm down there high-fiving Kenny G, saying what's up to Trey Songz, staring at Rihanna too long.
Yeah, see, that would have been the day. Because I know how to pace myself on my adult mail, but you know what? I would have tried to get my 10 seconds in every 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, I would have shot I really should have shot my shot, but I didn't. But to be fair, she was never close enough.
Yeah. Also, I was at the Teen Choice Awards in 2006, and that's when I got to see. Well, me and my homeboy snuck in because we worked at Universal. Statute of limitation is up, so I can speak about it. So we shouldn't have been near. That's when I got to meet Chris Jericho. I think that's probably one of the only few times I'm in starstruck too.
Yeah, it's fun being black at wrestling events because people don't know how to read you.
Dude, when we was at NXT, I told you that NXT takeover, that section that I was on, bruh, that shit was hilarious when Velveteen came out. I'm gonna say it. I said it. You know what? Don't get mad at the just. Get mad at me because I'm a man. I say what I want to say. So when I say this word, I'm just talking about wrestling fans. Because a lot of wrestling fans are some crackers.
That's fair.
A lot of y'all some crackers, bro. I'm talking about the wrestling fans. The white audience we got, hey, shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to all 3 or 4 white people I'm messing with on this planet, maybe 10 at the most, if you give me some time to count. But there's a lot of wrestling fans that is crackers. And when Velveteen came out, that showed me it was crackers. Because them white boys was drunk, and I felt like that was the best thing they shouldn't have left anyway, because when white boys get drunk at a sporting event, somebody going to drop the N-bomb.
Yep.
And they had that face, that dude, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't know about a dream. This is not Martin Luther King Day. But he definitely had that look.
Bruh.
But it's always great to be at sporting events they wouldn't think you're going to be at. Like, if it was at WWE, they probably be like, oh, he probably knows. What's the rapper? Fucking Wale. Or he's here for New Day. But when you at NXT, and I didn't catch ROH when they were out in Long Beach, but I would think if we go to ROH or Elite, they probably be like, what?
What? Why are you here?
You don't have a Bullet Club shirt on? Man, fuck y'all and Bullet Club. I got this Tam Tiger shirt on. I got this Fire Squad shirt on.
Yeah. What you here for Elite? Oh, I heard Neville was here. That's about it.
That'd be insane. Like, I'm here to see Neville. It'd be a bunch of black dudes here like, I'm here to see Neville. Because they call him Pac.
Yeah. Oh, you're not here for the Young Bucks, bro? Fuck the Young Bucks.
Hey, you think they're going to get mad about me saying cracker? They're going to really lose their shit hearing you say fuck the Young Bucks. But I'm all in it.
Yeah, the Young Bucks is dope. Just
they cool.
No, they're dope. They legitimately are one of the best tag teams in the world, but they're not the tag team in the world.
No, I'm gonna say that they one of the best tag teams, but who I'm putting over them? I got a couple I can put over them.
Oh, I got the Usos and the Briscoes, definitely.
Oh, the Briscoes might. Yeah, I'm trying to see how we can do that because the Usos, they definitely top 2. Fuck, we barely see Sanity. I'll put Sanity over the Young Bucks. Yeah. Which members?
Yeah, all of them. We got the War Raiders out there.
Oh, the War Raiders, they definitely top 3. Damn, they might be top 2 right now. Seeing them in person, that shit was crazy.
Undisputed.
Damn. All right, let me rephrase. The Usos and the Briscoes is in the top 5.
Yeah.
I'm starting the Kyle O'Reilly high. Nobody else be talking about Kyle. I'm starting the Kyle O'Reilly high. That's my favorite member of the Undisputed.
Who else? Like a fire ass tag. Hey man, like they goofy and shit, but you can't tell me when the New Day is not performing, they ain't one of the best tag teams out there.
When it's Big E and when it's Kofi, yeah.
Hell, when it's Kofi and Xavier is dope.
Another great tag team. Let's move on. Another great tag team.
Ended the streak of not saying anything bad about black wrestlers.
Yeah, and I usually say stuff off the air about Xavier, but I'll leave it. Yeah. That's one. It gotta be just one is fine. We gotta even it out a little bit. One is fine.
Okay.
Motor City Machine Gun still out there killing it, and they have been for 12 years now.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably it.
I feel like somebody in the junior tag team division in New Japan is cold.
I mean, Roppongi 3K is nice, but yeah, the Young Bucks fit somewhere in there. I won't say I'll put all of those teams we named over the Young Bucks, but the teams I'm definitely putting over them is probably the Usos, the Briscoes, and the War Raiders.
Same for me. I'm putting Motor City Machine Guns over them just because I've been a Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley fan for years, and I'm gonna continue to be.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's cool to put on. I'll put Sanity over the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Even though we don't see them much.
Yeah, I got the Young Bucks probably at number 4.
Wait, we didn't say Undisputed.
I said Undisputed. I'll probably put them at number 4 and Undisputed at number 5. Actually,
what?
Yeah, you might be right. Undisputed might be over them.
Undisputed top 3.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
I can't name a bad match from them.
Nah. They definitely have succeeded on all fronts. I'm trying to think now.
The War Raiders, they definitely in the top 3 for me. Because seeing them in person and seeing them big ass dudes work, I said, okay.
Yeah. No, they can go. I remember their matches against Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah. Same here. But seeing it in person, it's like, God damn.
Yeah. It's miraculous.
Mustache Mountain, I'll put them over the
yeah. Tyler Bate off the fits alone.
Yeah, Fashion Over for Men.
Yeah, man. He be out here killing the game. Like, I don't know who's influencing who when it comes to him and Migos when it comes to these outfits, but yo.
No, he definitely watching the Migos.
Yeah.
He definitely looked like he listened to Young Nudie.
Yeah. Like he ain't just listening to like Culture 2 Migos. He look like he know like no label Migos.
Young Rich Migos.
He remembered the Versace with no Drake.
Right.
Like,
when Soulja Boy had to be first before the Migos.
Yeah, but it wasn't that.
It was Zaytoven had to add a little bit more Fisher Price keys to it.
Yeah, like
I'm still talking about Zaytoven.
Yeah, don't talk about Zaytoven. Zaytoven, a man of God. You don't want that. You don't want them problems.
Is he gonna stop lying to the people saying he not related to Marion?
Hey man, what we just say about Zaytoven?
No. We gotta talk about this. He gotta stop lying. It's right there. It's one thing if you kind of look like somebody or look like somebody. This man look damn near identical to Omarion.
Hey man, it's doppelgangers out here.
Shit, I gotta meet mine with a hairline.
I swear, I believe if you meet your doppelganger, you should have the right to kill him. And I feel like if you kill your doppelganger, you'll gain their hairline.
Okay, I'm gonna do that and get the fucking beard and the ear pods. What is that? I keep seeing that on Twitter. People with these
waves, the waves and the AirPods.
Why are waves popular now? Waves was popular when we were kids.
The waves never going out of style.
It shouldn't. I had mine. That was a long time ago. Long time ago.
Waves is like it's like the black crew cut.
The black crew cut.
You know what I mean?
Waves are like the black crew cut. And if you're a white dude with a crew cut, we just all want to evacuate.
Yeah. Like, do you? That's just what it is. Waves is like just the standard nigga haircut. And
it takes a shitload of work. That's why I'm glad I can't get any anymore. I don't have 2 hours to brush my hair, or if I want to be like Chicago for Poetic Justice, I don't have hours to do that.
Waves is definitely a young man game. Waves, if you see an old man with waves, he abandoning his family.
Yo, if I see an old man with waves, I know he got some young girls.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask a lot of questions, and I'm gonna call the cops too.
Yeah.
Are your glass come on tomorrow?
I don't care.
I do.
I don't.
No, not as much as I did before. I used to be hyped about a lot of things, and then I know how to section off my hype for a lot of things. Like my hype now usually be like, "Oh, Resident Evil 2 come out next week." All right.
Nah, I just want this James Blake album, man.
We got it leaked earlier this morning, but of course we don't. I got a friend that still downloads music, and every time he sends me a link to download music, I just question why we friends still.
I mean, I get it because
no,
it's
$5.
No, I get that. What I'm saying is, so I think piracy about to come back in a big way because you got the Disney streaming site coming out. You got Netflix about to raise the price. Hulu out here. Amazon Prime is the most logical one because you could still order stuff and get your shit in 2 days. Amazon Prime is the most utilitarian one, if we're gonna be honest. Hulu, because TV, no one gets TV episodes the day after other than Hulu. The only other place to get it is piracy. So piracy, man. I think it's coming back in a big way. So I keep that for him just in case, these streaming and all this other stuff get a little too expansive. Yeah, man, you're going to need them links.
I don't know why niggas start pirating and stuff. I never did. I never stopped.
Yeah. Piracy ain't going to never die. Piracy ain't dead. These hoes just scared.
Yeah, I'll never stop pirating shit, even when I can afford it. Because I feel like, hey, man, I'm stealing from multi-billion-dollar companies. They good. People can say, oh, you stealing from the artist. Name me an artist that got any type of kickback from their album.
And let me get on my nerd thing again because, that's what I do. So around the world, in other parts of the country where they can't, or parts of the world, not the country, I'm sorry. In other parts of the world that are underdeveloped, the studios and everybody is fine with piracy for the simple fact that it creates an appetite for those type of movies. So when you see China and India, they consume a lot of American media and the movies do really well over there. One of the reasons is because before they were a so-called developed nation, they allowed for piracy to run rampant so people could see the movies. At least they can get exposure. Now that those nations are developing and are becoming the superpowers of the world, there is already a demand to see American-made movies. This is why, studios fight to get their films into China.
Right.
So that's why, piracy, in my mind, they only don't like it when you got money. So if you broke, be a pirate. If you can afford it, pay for it. That's really it. Because not every movie's coming to Netflix, not every movie's coming to Amazon, not every movie's coming to Hulu or Canopy, which is one you can get for free if you have a library card.
A library card.
No, it's a smart move. Like you can get streaming. I think you can get audiobooks and such if you have a Canopy subscription, which makes sense because it's hopefully you get people back to the library, but I don't think you will.
Nah, and I miss that. I miss actually going to the library picking up a book. I'm saying like it's dead, but hell, nowadays when you get there, you're like, you know what? I can read it on Kindle, even though I particularly like having books in my hand.
It depends with me. Certain books I can read on Kindle, certain ones I can't.
Right, my attention span be short.
Yeah. But I'll never fault anybody for wanting that tactile feel of a book. Like when people talk about music, I understand why certain people want like CDs. I don't get it, but if you want vinyl, that makes more sense. Because CDs is just a compressed form of music too. But vinyl is the least compressed form of music, so you get a fuller sound and all these different things. You get, you hear things you don't necessarily hear. That's how I feel about people with books. So, I don't know. We ain't had that many jokes today.
Everything been so serious. That's why.
Yeah.
I think Future trying to make his version of some rap songs. These songs short as hell.
It's short?
On the Wizard album. Yeah, on the Wizard album. The goddamn songs is
that's
2 minutes.
Was good though.
It is. No, I had to go back and listen to it. I was mad because the songs were so short, but listening to it now, I get what you mean. Like, I never thought it was bad. I'm just like, fuck, like, bro, you too good. Like, why we can't have no more songs? But listening to it now, I'm like, all right, it's worth it. And I keep forgetting the dude is only 24.
What is that? And it's just this thing of like, what was I gonna say? It's just this thing where it's a fascinating album to me because it's one of these ones where it's like, you see a lot of these things of like one listen reviews or first reaction listen reviews. So a lot of these things is like people's first take, and everybody's always complaining like, oh, people don't really absorb the music or this and that, or they don't really live with it. What the hell is going on over there?
Oh, my fault. I was into what you were saying. Casanova is apparently trying to come after King Draco, and he's checking him right now.
All right, we can deal with that later.
Yeah.
But nah, the thing I thought was cool about the Earl Sweatshirt album was it kind of made you go back and listen to it again so you can get the full picture. Because when you first go through it, it just sounds like real scatterbrained and all this and that.
Right.
And that kind of is, but it's also like, oh, he's really, really sad.
Yeah.
And like he's just trying to find his way out of it. Like someone compared it, I think it's shout out to Dead End Hip Hop. They compared it to the Danny Brown album, the last Danny Brown album, Atrocity Exhibition.
Yeah.
Where it just sounds like a drug trip. But their point, and I agree with it, is where Danny Brown's just sounded like a really like freaky drug trip. This one sounds like someone having a bad trip on drugs. So like,
yeah.
Like it's not just that they on drugs, it's that the drugs are turning on them.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good body of work. I'm looking forward to hearing some more from him. And who's to say he won't put out another album soon?
I think he will.
If not, it is what it is. He's still young. He still can rap. I mean, in a short time span, he gave us bars if you're looking for that. So I just wish some of them songs, especially December 24th, was longer. But we're going to get up out of here.
Yeah, man. You got a song?
Yeah, I'm going to go with, let me see. You go ahead first. Nah, actually, I'm going to wait on my song.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of music coming out. Like we talked about, Future is about to come out. James Blake, Toro, Y Moy. Oh yeah, next week we gotta talk about him.
Okay.
I've been wanting to talk about Toro Y Moy for a minute. Next week we could talk about him. And who else comes out today besides that? Future, James Blake, Toro Y Moy. I feel like somebody else is coming out.
Let's look up real quick. While y'all get some of this dead air.
No, they won't. Because we back on Spotify now.
No, I'm saying like we ain't about to say nothing. So it's January 18th. Stuff about to come out. Mike Posner?
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I
thought.
No,
I know he is coming out, but
shit. I mean, next week the Backstreet Boys come out, so.
Oh yeah, they do got a new album coming out. All right, they come out.
Next week is Boogie.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check out the Backstreet Boys album too.
Yeah, man, got to.
Yeah, no, I don't have a song this week just because we got all this coming out next week, and you're gonna hear me with all the Future talk, whether it's good or bad. More than likely, it's gonna be good. I don't really have too much to say about Future bad, so
I got you.
You got a song?
Yeah. In light of the weather, it's The Rain, Orange Juice Jones.
Okay, that's a good one. I should have something for the Rain music, but like I said, I was thinking about going with something from James Blake, the Color and Anything album, but nah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the new one to come out.
All right.
Well, that was episode
24?
24.
The Marshawn Lynch episode?
The Marshawn Lynch episode. Shouts out to Marcus Peters. I mentioned him before. Yeah, it'd probably be best if the Rams win, even though they beat my Cowboys. But
we haven't even talked about it. Okay, so for the Super Bowl, I'm hoping for pure destruction.
No.
So I want that's the Patriots.
That's the real rivalry.
I want the Saints versus the Patriots.
And that's about to be okay. The casualties are on your hands.
Hey man, I live with the destruction and the chaos. I know what I'm wishing for right now.
Yeah, it's about to be an issue if that happened.
Yeah, I know. It's about to be buckshots. I know.
Atlanta PD is about to be tired.
Yeah, I know. They're going to have to send the National Guard down there. I know all that. But I just want to put Atlanta in a situation where they have a choice between seeing the Saints win the Super Bowl and the Patriots win the Super Bowl. And it's going to be like it's going to be like what you call it? Vietnam. They're going to be like, men, 50 of you going into the jungle. 25 of you ain't coming back.
You're going to hear a lot of niggas that sound like T.I. going off and a lot of niggas that sound like Juvenile go off. Does that sound like anything prosperous could come from it?
No.
Exactly. And we talk about two shooters. So this is what we want. We condone violence.
No, I'm not condoning violence. What I'm saying is, look, it's going to happen anyway, man. Like, I really feel it's going to happen. Like, if the Saints get into the Super Bowl, bruh.
It's about to be trouble.
I know. But what can we do? Like, last year, I feel just as bad as Minnesota for people in Minnesota last year. They had to deal with Boston and Philadelphia fans.
Yeah.
So why can't Atlanta have to deal with Atlanta and New England fans?
Oh, that's true. We not worried about it because we in LA. y'all deal with that.
Yeah, so I changed my song. I got a second song. It's The Rain, and in honor of my Super Bowl pick, because I'm one for destruction, I got Ain't Worried About Nothing, French Montana.
You know, if the Rams win the Super Bowl, it's gonna be a riot out here, though, right? But LAPD is gonna just shoot everybody in 5 seconds.
Actually, it's not Ain't Worried About Nothing. It's another song off that Excuse My French album. It's just fuck what happens tonight.
I don't even know that album, and I don't know the song, but I'm gonna get that one to you.
Yeah, it got Movado on it, so you know it's actually wild.
Movado, yeah. All right, well, that was episode 24. We'll be back next week. Probably sooner than later. Probably won't be on Friday when this comes out. It'll probably be sooner than that.
Yeah, man. We're back,
especially after the playoffs happen, and after the playoffs happen,
yeah,
and the fight happens, and this music, we probably be back before then.
Yeah, because ain't nobody watching that goddamn Pacquiao fight.
I am.
We ain't watching. Why?
I don't have shit else to do, and I already know what's gonna happen with Adrian Broner, and I know what he gonna say after getting knocked out, because he already alluded to something yesterday along the lines of the cat and Asian cuisine. When he gets knocked out, he usually goes a step further because his brain is scrambled.
Yeah, but I mean, we only keep Adrian Broner around because ain't nobody was able to beat Floyd. So that's the closest thing we get to seeing Floyd humbled, is seeing Adrian Broner get his ass whooped.
Right. Super villain we really don't need because it's boring. This is Clayface.
Yeah.
But all right, we out here. Talk to y'all next time.
Yeah. Y'all take it easy.
Peace. Tiger?
Huh?
Tiger?